Welcome in, beautiful souls. If you're new here, welcome in. My name is Jane, and if you're returning, I am so glad to have you here. Now, I just wanted to see what was going on in the ether today, so I'm going to bring you a reading. So here we have, this is Dimensions of Light deck here. So I'm going to put this card aside and read it at the end. Okay. Okay, which one, Spirit? Okay, this one. And look, on the top is number 12, and this one's number 13. Okay, let's see. I don't know what this card means. I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to read this after. And see what information Spirit wants you to know here. I also pulled out this deck too, and I split it in two spots, and it came out here with these two cards. So I'm going to keep these here, and I'm just going to turn them over and set them aside. So we have always being left out, release old and negative people, Mama Bear. So Mama Bear, for me, this card represents somebody that, I mean, you don't have to be a mother, but you could be somebody that's very protective over the things that you love, the people that you love, and or the animals that you love, whichever situation that you're in. Okay. These readings are timeless, so only take what resonates for you. So there's an ending to a karmic cycle here. And this is an illusion. You know deep down that the truth is on your side, and I believe that has to do. So always being left out, there's some kind of ending coming to this cycle that you've been going through, and to release these negative, old and negative people here. I think you're starting to come to the realization that you know deep down that the truth is on your side, and that these people are just an illusion. Now, the Mama Bear, your abilities are being fine-tuned. So I'm going to start with this deck here, and well, heartache and loss. Yeah, always being left out. All right, Spirit, let's begin. So always being left out. What do you want for here? Ooh. And release old and negative people. And Mama Bear, what do you want for that? Okay. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Oh, look at that. Always being left out, your intuition. What's this? Moving on. See, release old and negative people. Moving on. Very good. Mama Bear. Oh, fertility. Look, no joke. That's the Empress. Oh my God. I love this. I mean, an Empress is a Mama Bear. Oh my God, I love this. Okay. So ending to a karmic cycle. So, you know, when you're always feeling like you're being left out, it's not just in your head. Your intuition is on point. Whoa, Spirit, what's going on? Deception and envy. Oh, and this came out first. So obstacles and challenges ending to a karmic cycle. It's on the bottom. Triumph and success. Look, your abilities are being fine-tuned. This is the truth of God right here. This is the truth. Your abilities are being fine-tuned. Oh, I love this for you. Well, and on the bottom, recognition and reward. Oh, what is that song? I keep hearing the lyrics, but I don't know what that song is. You know, it goes, and take a bow. Oh, I don't know who sings that song either. Look on the bottom again. Look, victory and success. I love this. Okay. Okay, I'm going to read these then. Okay, so the first one is release someone else's energy. Holding another's energy and emotions might look like trying to manage, change, contain, or control them. When another person's energy overwhelms you, separate in a healthy way. If you're lost in someone else's energy, mindfully focus on a different topic. Spend time apart, perform a ritual of release, or speak to a caring counselor. Yeah, let me see these old people, these negative people here. So, oh yeah, look, notice intuitive thoughts and downloads and epiphanies. Okay, clear cognizance, the intellectual psychic pathway, is trying to break through the noise in your noggin. Instead of analyzing, notice insightful thoughts appearing fully formed in your mind, out-of-the-box epiphanies, large and layered chunks of wisdom, arriving instantly like a computer download, and aha realizations. A calm, still mind creates more room for guidance. A still mind creates more room for guidance. So this goes over here to notice, like, these thoughts of always being left out. Your intuition is right on. Notice your intuitive thoughts, downloads, and epiphanies. No joke, Spirit. Okay, so release, moving on from these negative people here. Releasing someone else's energy. Ooh, energy's mounting here. Okay. So let's see what the vibe is here. What? I said it didn't look on the bottom. Oh, the bottom, karmics, third-party haters, lesson learned. Third-party haters. Okay, what do you want for intuition? Shattered, broken, nightmares, failures. Okay, so what do you want for moving on? Release someone else's energy because you're drowning over your head, overextended, and rock bottom. What do you want for Mama Bear and fertility? Escape, denial, and excuses. Well, it's the mind playing tricks. Oh, what's this for the next one? Oh, obstacles and challenges. Lust, greed, by any means necessary, inconsiderate. Obstacles and challenges. Okay. Yeah, this person could be love bombing you. Like, you could be being love bombed by these negative energies here. It's coming to an end though. Let's see here, the deception and envy. This is an illusion. You know deep down the truth is on your side because your intuition. But you know what? You know, when you realize that you're correct and your intuition is right on the money, you know, it is shattering. It is, because, you know, you feel like a failure. You do. You feel broken because you've put so much trust in these people or person. And this could be anybody. This could be a friend. This could be a lover. This could be a parent, a child, co-worker. Okay, so what do you want here for deception and envy? Whoa. See here. Hopeless loss, depression, suicide. Okay, your abilities are being fine-tuned, triumph and success. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Cutting ties, freedom, standing up, awaken. Yeah. See here, this Empress wants to escape. Denial and excuses. Freedom, standing up and awaken. Something happened that caused an awakening here, and it's probably because of this, because it says here, you know, this was an illusion. You realize when their mask moved, their mask slipped. Loss, depression, suicide. I think this person was playing mind games with you. And that's why it was such a shattering. Realized it was a nightmare, but it's coming to an end. This inconsiderate behavior and stuff, it came to an end. Something happened that you saw them for who they truly were. Yeah, I think you felt stuck with no options, trapped. Yeah, feminine energy, nurturing mother, gentleness. Yeah, so she's even pregnant too, just like the Empress. Mama Bear. Yeah, long time, delay, procrastination. An apology, an arrogant, rash, actions, insincere. Yeah, I think this person does a lot of apologizing, but they're insincere. Look, I just did it on trapped again. Yeah, they're trying to trap you. They're trying to keep you. But there's something here about your abilities. Your intuition is fine-tuning. Okay, this is very good. I mean, not that you had to go through this, but the reality is coming in. Okay, so what do you want here for the intuition is shattered? Ooh, collaboration. Yeah, because you got your guides coming in. Backup, unity, enhancement. It even could be your family that's helping you. I mean, this could be friends. It could be co-workers. It could be spirit. Yeah, look, on the bottom is a vow, a wish, hope, worship. Moving on. Okay, so what's moving on, Spirit? Yeah, you're moving on from this bully. This person's a bully. Oh, look, and family. You know, really, it could be anyone. Because, you know, they're saying here, embarrassment, gossip, unwillingness. And then it came out with family, too. This could be happening with, like, co-workers, friends, family. It could be anyone. Okay, what do we have for running and fertility? You see their bags are packed, though. They're escaping. I think this person or people are full of denial and excuses. Okay, so what's here for this running and fertility? What's that? It's a blessing, yeah. Look at that. It's a blessing if you get out of there. It's for your well-being. You know, this gives me the Ganesh from the India goddess, which is all about abundance. Yeah, look in the bottom. I just split it here. Imagination's on the bottom, but yeah, because this illusion is all in your imagination. Like this loss and depression. Look at that readiness. Think you're ready for this, and then look, the conflict. This is the ending to this karmic cycle. The obstacles and challenges, the conflict here. Look, and we got vow back on the bottom. Yeah, this person wears a lot of masks. Male or female, deception, pretending, inconsistency. Yeah. Robbing you of your peace, of your energy, of your love. Yeah, masks. Yeah. You're ready for these abilities to be fine-tuned. Yeah, this is like fantasy of the mind, right? So an illusion, that's what an illusion is, right? This deception that they have you believing. Okay, let's see here. Let's pull out a few animal cards here. Ladybird on the bottom, accept happiness and good fortune. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Okay, Spirit, what do you want here? Okay. My God, look, Mama Bear, another bear, and goat. Yeah, because you're always a scapegoat. And the bottom is dog. Be disciplined in your home and community life. Okay, let's see what this is here. Kangaroo. Be a force for good. No joke. You know, kangaroos too are very powerful animals, you know, and they carry their babies in their pouches. You know, I keep thinking that maybe your children are your strength. It's what keeps you going. You know, they might back you up even. Be a force for good. Yeah, the goat. Act from your innate wisdom. Archangel Perlamic and Pan. I've never heard of them. And God of nature. You know, too, these are like mountain goats. Mountain goats can, you know, hang on when, like no other animal, no other species can do. Moving on. Yeah, I really still keep getting the, you know, because of the scapegoat thing. And then you got, like, I pulled out that card, Mama Bear, from my deck. And here we got Mama Bear, use power with wisdom. So, you know, the wisdom is coming out twice here. So you have wisdom here and wisdom here with Archangel Uriel and Jophiel. And then you have Archangels Rokuel, Garcia, I don't know, and Sandalphron. Sandalphron is connected to Gaia's crystalline grid. See this bear? It's all this love in the heart. It connects to source. You know, too, and I see that this elephant here on the blessing, you know, the elephant is a very protective mother as well. Also, this elephant is all about community and teaching her young, the matriarch. A lot like the mother bear, very, very well grounded, connected to earth. Well, though the elephant is actually an air sign or air element, they're very connected to the earth as well. And the bears are definitely very connected to the earth. But yet you can see here how well it's connected to spirit. So that's why your abilities are being fine-tuned. The readiness. There's like a preparation. Some kind of arrangement or something is happening. Okay, I'm going to pull out some more tarot cards here. Oh, look, lovers on the bottom. Now, lovers doesn't just have to be like a male or female. Lovers can be friend, family, coworker, friend. Yeah, I think I said that. Okay. Okay, what do you want here for the intuition, Spirit? I'll take one of these here. Whoa. It's the Judgment, the Seven of Wands. Okay, pull out a few more here. What about deception and envy? It's on the bottom. The Sun. The Sun is happiness, joy. Okay, let's see here. The Four of Pentacles. That's in reverse. Let me see, I'm going to turn them all over. Death and rebirth is that change. It's definitely this moving on here. Look at the Judgment. The Judgment is usually about self, but now it's in reverse. There's a lot of going on here in reverse. So, all right, let's see here. Four Pentacles in reverse. You know, with the Four Pentacles in reverse on top of this intuition, especially with the Shattered and then the notice of your thoughts here, this Four Pentacles in reverse, I believe this has a lot to do with your lack of of believing in your mentality, like your thoughts, like you're not believing your thoughts. Maybe you're not trusting that intuition. But then you have the death and rebirth here. So, I think these people or this person has you so confused, and you've been used as an scapegoat for so long. But where this is like moving on, plus the death and rebirth card coming on top of it, it's definitely going to be some radical change. And then you have like the Judgment. So I don't believe that you're judging yourself anymore, because this is like when it's in the upright, this is like a lot about judgment of self that needs to be released. But I don't believe that you're not judging yourself in the same way. But you really, with the Four Pentacles in reverse, I really think that you're having such a really hard time trusting your gut. But you know, that happens though when you've been through like some kind of narcissistic, mind manipulating relationships. So I think once you get away, you escape from this, you're going to have a lot of clarity with the ending of a cycle here, with this cycle ending, because, this is like the Seven of Wands. When it's in the upright, this is like you have spiritual protection, you have yourself, and you're like in a Zen energy, you know what I mean? Like you have things, you're grounded, and you have self expression, and you can feel vulnerable again, and but because it's in the reverse, this is like you need to defend yourself, you need boundaries, you're being attacked, you're being misunderstood with this conflict, this inconsiderate energy here. So that's good though. Like this being in reverse is good because it's ending a cycle. Okay. And then you have the Ace of Swords. So this is all about clarity and truth and communication. But because this comes out on, this is an illusion, deep down the truth is on your side. With this deception and envy, having all these feelings of feeling lost and depression and hopeless, that this person was creating this illusion for you, like creating this fantasy in your mind, right? So if this were, I guess, like I said, if this were in the upright, this would be truth and clarity and victory and communication. But because it's in reverse, this is like you're like stuck, or you're over analyzing, or you're keeping your truth inside. You're not expressing. You're not expressing. Like it says here, like deep down, the truth is on your side, but you're not expressing that truth. Okay, and then you have the Sun, which is your abilities, or like I know it showed up in the reverse, but the Sun is all about happiness. Like, I don't read the Sun in reverse ever, because the Sun is always an energy of positivity. So I do believe that, because the sword of truth here, the triumph of success, this is like the universe speaking the truth here. And like this readiness, like you're ready now to cut these ties. You're ready to have your abilities fine-tuned, which is your like your intuition, your gut, your cognizance, you know what I mean? Your inner knowing. You're completely ready. Okay, so they're going to have me bring out one of these crystal cards here. And this number 2, the intuition, this is the High Priestess. So you have the High Priestess, and over here you have the Empress. Larimar, cool it down, babe. Oh, calibrate your inner compass. No joke. They want these two here, and this one here. Okay. Iolite. Calibrate your inner compass. Larimer. Let's see here. Cool it down, babe. Larimer. Feeling fired up and blazing with passion is great, but right now, the cooling vibes of Larimer want you to channel your inner Mona Lisa. Larimer energy is cool, calm, and collected. So when this card shows up, you can trust that acting from a place of serenity and stillness will yield the best results. So before you have that super important talk with your boss or significant other, yeah, because it has like this conflict here, right? The ending of a karmic cycle. Use intuition. Four Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Okay. Practice chilling out, calming down, and putting some healthy emotional boundaries. While you certainly don't want the heat of your enthusiasm to burn out, you also don't want it to end up scalding you. Okay. So this might help you with the thinking and intuition process. This Larimer. Okay, so what is this coming out on here? This is Iolite. I've never heard of that. Iolite. Sometimes I can pull these cards like for 100 different readings and not always see some of the cards. Oh, there it is. Okay, sometimes known as the Viking's compass. Interesting because it's about running. And Vikings traveled all over the place, all by ships. Sometimes known as the Viking's compass, Iolite energy can help people find their way. No joke. And perhaps you can use a bit more direction right about now, too. I mean, seriously, who couldn't? In what areas do you feel lost, uncertain, or out of touch with your purpose? Oh my God. Your abilities are being fine-tuned. I love this. Okay. Is your soul's compass struggling to settle on its true north? Wandering aimlessly can be fun, and we don't always have to have a clear objective or ultra aspirational goal to steer toward. But if you don't figure out where you want to go at some point, you'll always be heading toward the unknown destination, which could take you further away from your heart's true path. Iolite wants you to stop, reorient yourself, and get clear on where you're going and what you want, even if it's just to the nearest mall for some retail therapy and corporate coffee. We're not judging. Okay, so number 13. Let's see what that is here. Number 13. Look, I opened it on happiness. It's what the sun's all about, happiness. 13. Let's see what this one is. Beautiful messiness. The sacred rebel within your heart does not want to be constrained by what has been. It does not want to be hindered by the fear of making mistakes. That vital part of you wants to live, even when that entails some temporary mess. As you open up to the unfamiliar. You know, this is the temporary mess that they're talking about here. Hold on, Storm. Okay. Yeah, this is just a temporary mess, like they said here. Where was I? We were making mistakes. That vital part of you wants to live, even when it entitles some temporary mess as you open up to the unfamiliar. Okay, although it might mean temporary complications or confusion, living in integrity with your heart will ensure you remain true to yourself and your higher purpose. Look, and it even says here, look, you know deep down the truth is on your side. And then this card comes right out on these. Look at that. Give yourself the chance to figure out life out as you go, one step at a time. Do not need to get it right the first time, every time. Know that things will always work out anyway. There may be a mess that you want to clean up, and you will, but there's a time for that. Until you sense that time is upon you, let things be, for something beautiful wants to emerge from within the disarray. No joke, Spirit. Wow. Okay. Is that it? Yeah, that's all they have for you. Okay. So I hope this video finds you well, and I hope it, gives you a little bit of direction and, I don't know, just a little insight, I guess. So with that, I'm going to close it, and I'm going to send you all my love and light. I'm going to bid you a good day, and like I said, I hope this video finds you well, and good luck, and I will do another video soon. So bye, everyone.